Good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are. Today I'm going to do a review on the DJI Mavic Pro. This isn't going to be a 15-minute review on every little intricate detail of the Mavic. It's purely going to be a quick overview of the Mavic and if you think it might be for you. That's it. So the DJI Mavic Pro. Had this for about 3 months, give or take. So the big reason everyone likes this thing is because it folds up to this big. It really is tiny. Prior to having this, I had a DJI Phantom 3 Standard, or the 4K version, and I loved it. It was a great drone. It just was too big. Anytime I wanted to bring it somewhere, I had to bring this big bag, and it just wasn't practical. So I wanted to break this down into different categories. Design. So this thing's obviously tiny and that's the big reason that most people want it. It really is small. It folds up into this little tiny design and that's it. It really is very, very small. It's got 4 arms or legs, whatever you want to call them, and essentially that's it. Very, very well built. Although it's made of plastic, it doesn't feel cheap. The plastic on this is definitely a lot more solid than that of the Phantom 3. Although it's plastic, it's not light. Even with the battery off, it's still got a little bit of weight to it, so it does feel like it's made well. As you can see, you've got the gimbal. So the gimbal sits right at the front of the camera. Biggest difference between this and the Phantom, or any of the other Phantoms, I guess, is they sit below in the middle and this one sits at the front. So a little bit of a different design there. Quick release propellers, so you don't have to screw them on or off or anything like that. Battery slots in, really sounds like it goes in well and clicks nice. So no problems with that. It feels way better in the hand and when you see it in person versus any of the pictures. But yeah, I pretty much take it anywhere I take my camera now. If there's an opportunity to film with the drone, I'm going to get it out. It's so small, so convenient. That's the biggest reason you want to get the Mavic. Its size, its convenience. You can take it anywhere. You can film just like you would take your camera to film video. That's the biggest reason, honestly, that you want to get this. Convenience. I'm going to cut to a different clip now and show you the design of the Mavic up close. So here is the underneath of the Mavic, with the gimbal cover there that's clear. You can fly with it on, but it pops off, and the gimbal protector as well. This is a view from the top, and as you can see, the legs, or the arms, whichever you want to call them, they fold out. Once all 4 are extended, it looks just like this. This is a close-up of the quick release propellers. You just push down, turn, they come off, and then to put them back on, you just push down and turn the opposite way. Here's the battery. So the battery clicks in and out. It really does feel solid when it's in there and it clicks really nicely. Pushing that just shows you how much battery life is left. And a view from the front here just so you can see the gimbal. And then the underneath with the sensors. And when you fold it back up together, this is how it looks. So the propellers do obviously move around a little bit. You can fold them in just like that. And there it is. The camera. When it first came out, there was a lot of problems with people focusing and not understanding how to focus it. That's all been addressed now. Everyone knows that it's a manually focusable camera. You can tap to focus when you're controlling it, or you can, even now with an update, you can set it so it's completely automatic continuous focus. So it kind of focuses the same now as any of the other Phantoms did before. So the camera is obviously a 4K camera. It's a little bit of a different sensor to any of the other Phantoms. A smaller sensor, which is evident from the size of the camera, and obviously a smaller camera too, and a smaller gimbal as well. So I do use this primarily for video, but I take some pictures too. If you want to check out my Instagram just below, you'll see a lot of my more recent pictures are taken with the Mavic. And they're pretty good quality. You'd be surprised how good some of the photos can be. One recommendation is always take the photos and set the Mavic to take in RAW. That way you have full availability to do what you want in Photoshop or Lightroom after you've taken it. Video quality, it's a 4K camera. It does record in 2K and some other ones as well. I would recommend filming in either 4K or 2K to get your maximum resolution. Best quality is with either the 4 or the 2K. Some people seem to think the 2K is better than the 4K because of the bitrate. I can't really tell that much of the difference, so I just go in 4K. It gives me more to play with in post if I need to move the shot around or crop it a little bit. So I use 4K. I do use it for professional work, mainly weddings, and I think if you look at some of the work that I've done, you will see that it's still of a very high quality and completely acceptable. I'm going to post a short film that I made just for this video at the end, and you can kind of get an idea of what you think the quality is like, but I'm pretty sure you'll be happy with it. Battery life. We don't need to talk about the battery too much. If you're not happy with the battery of it, there's an easy way to fix that. Get another one, or get 2 or 3 or however many you want. But yeah, if you're not happy with the battery, get more. It's 25-minute battery. Really, that's enough for me. If I go somewhere I need to be able to use it more, I just bring the second battery. It's pretty straightforward. So problems with the Mavic. Are there any? And yes, honestly, there's a few. When I first got this thing, I actually wasn't too happy with it. Took me about a month to realize that the issues that I was having were problems that needed to be fixed. So I actually sent it away to California and it was repaired. Well, I actually think they ended up sending me a brand new one in the end. But when it came back, super happy with it. That being said, the issues that I had with it, the drone itself flew okay. I had some issues with the downward sensors in that anytime I would hit the down button, it would start to land. The camera footage was really shaky, and you'd have lines that would come across it. It's commonly referred to as a jello effect. Here's a clip if you want to see it. So yeah, that was the jello effect. I had that on all my clips and it was driving me nuts. I searched around trying to figure out what the solution was, and it ended up just being it needed to be sent away and repaired. It came back and the issue was gone. So that was something that needed to be repaired. If you have that jello effect, just send it away, it will come back and all will be good in the world. The other problem you might find with this, it's not so much of a problem, more of a hindrance. It sits very close to the ground. So the gimbal and the camera are nearly touching the ground when it is on the ground, so you have to kind of watch where you take off and you land. But there's an easy fix to that. It involves you buying something, but it's like 10 bucks. You want to get these things. They're landing feet leg extenders. I don't know what they're called, but I got them off eBay. They're pretty cool. They just clip on, and once they're on, it looks like this. So it gives you a lot more height from the ground to be able to take off from. So that's an easy fix. For $10, just I'll put a link below to Amazon or eBay or wherever I find that sells them. But I got mine, they were like $10. They're really cheaply made. They're just 3D printed. They clip on and off, but they work really well for what they are. So very happy with those. And easy way to fix it too. The other thing as well, the low light performance, because it is a little bit of a smaller sensor. The low light performance isn't great. Again, you'll see on the little film I'm going to post at the end. It's acceptable. For professional work, I wouldn't regard the low light as being okay, but for just taking pictures or something like that, it's not too bad. But yeah, take a look at the film, and hope you enjoy it, and that's it. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe just below. As well, please check out my Instagram. And yeah, thanks. Bye.